Hey guys, me again. Okay, let's hope that this works better. On my iPad, I actually have Verizon, and so it should be better. Oh my God, my hair's so frizzy. So let's get back to it. So I was talking to you guys about creative marketing, right? And I'm going to review this very quickly so we know what we're doing and where we're going with this. So most business owners don't actually know how to promote themselves, know how to do marketing, and they definitely don't know how to do sales. Most people are so afraid of doing sales, guys. Like, you have no idea how scared people are of doing sales, whether someone is trying to sell you something or you're trying to sell something to somebody else. Either way, people get scared. Most people, they want to start a business and they want to put a sign outside and they think the masses will come through it, right? So one of the things that I've been asking, that I had people asking me, okay, Elizabeth, I'm doing this one for you, by the way. You and a few other girls send me a message about, like, I don't have money to promote and I can't promote because I don't get clients. And so this one is for you, sweetie, and for everybody else that asked me about how to promote yourself if you don't have money, right? So anyways, most people don't know how to sell, and most people don't know how to promote themselves. They want a sign outside the door, and they think the people will just come in just because you open a business. It's almost like we think that we created the cure to cancer or something, and the world will just roll into our doors, right? That is not true, guys. Even if you have created some of the most amazing products or ideas or services, no one knows about it. So if you don't know how to market yourself, no one knows how to find you. No one knows you have that, okay? And so we want to make sure that we understand two things in business: marketing and sales. If you don't get that, you're always going to be broke. You're always going to be chasing that dollar. You're always going to be chasing that client. And every day is going to be a struggle. Okay, so one of the things that I have created with my business is consistency in my clientele, consistency on everything I do. I want to make sure that every day I get a number of leads, that every day I convert a number of leads into clients, and also that I know how to upsell. Okay, so a lot of you guys, whether you are a business owner or self-employed, a hairstylist, a makeup artist, I don't care. You guys can be owners of a restaurant, a salon. It doesn't matter. Everything, guys, everything in business is marketing, sales, and innovation. Marketing, sales, and innovation. Today, I'm only going to talk to you guys about marketing, and I'm in a hurry because I have a class actually right now that I teach a Thursday class here in Dallas for Boss Beauty Makeup Academy. And so I'm trying to give you guys all the information that I want to share with you guys. So again, one thing you guys want to know, even if you have the money to market yourself, to pay advertisement, to do all this stuff, right? You want to make sure, okay, that you are creative, that you know what your people want, that you know what you want to see. So when someone is creating your logo, an ad, a billboard, whatever it is, that you understand what you want, because you're the only one that understands your clients, and you're the only one that knows who you're trying to attract. So I can pay you guys, I can pay someone $100, or I can pay someone $1,000 or $100,000, but if I don't give them my input and I don't start being creative about what I want with my marketing and my advertisement and all that, they will not give me what I need to attract the right people. Hi, Stanley. To attract the right people into your business, okay? And so we want to make sure that we understand. Now, still talking about if you have the money, right? Because even if you have the money, I'm telling you, just because you have money to pay everybody doesn't mean that they're going to bring the clients to you. And then also, if they do, most of the time you don't know how to capture them, you don't know how to keep them, you don't know how to sell them, how to close the sale, and you don't know how to upsell them. So Pay attention to this. So if you have money to advertise, you also want to know, where are you advertising? Not all advertisement is good for your business. Okay, I was sharing on the video before that I had to close, that I have a client that she's a stylist, right? She dresses women. She teaches women how to dress better and look good and feel better. And so she decided to advertise herself with Yelp. And you know that if you create a Yelp account, they call you immediately trying to sell you something. So this girl decided to sign up for a year, and out of the whole year, she maybe got one request of someone wanting to know more about her services. Was that a good investment for her? No, it wasn't. Did she know that that was going to be a bad investment? No, she didn't, because she didn't think about her clientele. Where they are, where do they eat, where do they shop, where do they go. And once you figure out all those things, then you can figure out how to find them and how to advertise, right? And also that all that has to do with what you're selling. And so we want to get creative. Even if we have money to spend on marketing, we want to know where to market ourselves and where our clients are, right? And then you want to learn to get creative with your marketing, even if you have the money, because most of the time your creative marketing will be the one that brings you the most. Okay, it's kind of like, okay, for example, in my company we spend probably a few $100,000 in marketing, billboards, ads, trade shows, all that stuff, right? And what I noticed that when I'm looking at the roster to see where all my students come from, most of the time I get 40% of the students coming from a referral from someone else. So customer service has to be part of your marketing. Maybe sounds dumb to you guys, but actually being able to capture every client, every consumer in front of you and give them the best customer service that you can, they will go and they will spread the word to everybody, okay? They will do so much for you that you have no idea. The second part of my my second source of income, where I get most of my clients, is social media. A lot of people don't pay attention on the social media. A lot of business owners, a lot of the young people, they focus too much on social media, but a lot of other business owners that don't want to do social media, they don't realize how much money they're leaving on the table. So I get about 40% of my students from referrals. I get the other 30 to 40% from social media. Everybody loves the school, right? So we get a lot of people that says Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, IG, all that stuff. And then about 15%, sometimes even less, comes from paid marketing, advertisement, all the stuff that I do, right? Trade shows, billboards, and all that fun stuff. And so that tells you right now, if 40% of the people that comes to me comes from referrals, the other 40, hi Brenda, I miss you. I can't wait to see you next week for the Christmas lunch. Anyways, so if 40% of the people comes from referrals, the other 40% comes from social media, then why are we not being very creative with what we do with our clients every day and with what we do with social media? Pay attention to those things, guys, even if you have the money. And again, the difference, the other 20% that I cannot always pinpoint where it's coming from, it's not always directly from advertisement. Sometimes it's something else. I don't know. I can't even remember, but like different little things, right? So people drove by, or different things. So, but that tells you though that if you pay attention to how creative you get with your marketing, it will help you a great deal, guys. So here's what you need to do. So I'm gonna pretend I'm a makeup artist. I'm a new makeup artist, right? And I created a website. You need a website, by the way, so you must have a website. I don't care if you focus on IG only, you have to have a website. Shelby says, how much social media is too much? How much do you recommend posting a day? Good idea. Good question. How much social media is too much? If you're spending more than 4 hours of social media a day, you're spending too much. If you, unless that's your full-time job, if you, and how many times a day? You should post about 3 times, no more than 5 times a day, but be consistent. Every time I do a Facebook Live, a YouTube video, or a class, you will always hear me say, be consistent on everything you do. So here's some things, right? So let me get back to what I was going to tell you guys. So assuming I'm going to pretend I'm a new makeup artist, right? I just graduated school, or I graduated a year ago. I buy all the hot products. I created a website, because everybody should have a website, by the way. And so I created a website. I created my social media. I have a business card, and then I'm antsy to start working, right? I don't have money to promote myself on social media. I don't have money to pay Yelp. And so we want to figure out, how do we do this? And so one of the things, the first thing is social media, guys. Pay attention to social media. If you're not doing makeup, if I'm not doing makeup as a new makeup artist, I'm going to pay attention to everything that I'm going to do on social media. And what that means is I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to take it as my job, especially if you guys don't have a second job. I'm going to take that as my job, and I'm going to make sure every morning I make a post. Every lunch hour, I make another post. For dinner, I'll make another post. Or depending, at first, that's what I will do. But after, you want to pay attention to, when do you get the waves of a lot of people in your post? When do you get a lot of people that comes to your page and pay attention to those hours and then repost more of that? When you are posting, make sure that your pictures are good. Make sure that you have before and afters. Those are really good posts, by the way, guys, because they make you a lot of money. Because when you show people the difference from before and after, people will hire you more often. Roquel, mi amor, I miss you. You're watching. Wow. Are you in the United States? I'm coming to LA tomorrow. Make time for me. Let's go to lunch or something. Okay. Sorry, guys. I haven't seen my boy Roquel in a long time, and I miss him. So make sure that you guys are consistent with your posting. Make sure that your pictures look good. Make sure that you learn how to tag and hashtag your photos. Teach yourself, hi Barbie, teach yourself how to do it. A lot of you guys are posting a lot of crap, guys, on social media, because you guys see people doing this. You think that you must do it, and it doesn't matter what you do. It does. If you think about it, everybody that is very successful, they have taught themselves how to Photoshop, how to take pictures, how to look good, how to do everything very well. And then the aesthetics of the page have to flow and show what you really do in business. So if you are a bridal specialist, you better show a lot of brides on your page. Not your family, not your dogs, not your kids, not you drinking, for sure. If you want that, you better create another page where you can just get crazy and party and do all that. This is a business, so you need to treat it like a business, okay? So make sure that you do that, okay? That you teach yourself how to do that. And then, if for me, I'm working in Hollywood and that's my claim, right, of fame, then I'm going to put a lot of Hollywood stuff. So I want to make sure that I do that. The other thing on social media, guys, every time you guys post something, on every post, you should put your website. I think Elizabeth is the one that asked me a few days ago, like, I finally created my website, but no one is coming to my page. Well, in every post that you do, you should have your website. So you train people to see your website. You train people to click and buy. So every time on your bio, on your Instagram, on your Facebook, on everything, you should have your website. So you focus on driving traffic to your social media, and when the people comes to your social media, they will see everything, right? They will see everything about your business, and they must see your website. Every time you post on a post, you can be romantic about it, you can be very political, whatever you want to do, whatever you're talking about, but always at the bottom, put your website. Okay, that will attract people, and that will let people know that you're professional, that you have services, that you provide all that. Okay, also get creative with your marketing. And what that means is every time you make a post, you want to make sure, okay, that you tell people that you have services, that you have appointments available. Hey guys, I'm booking now for December for the holidays. I have a few appointments available. Make sure you send me an email or call me or go to my website and book my appointment. And book an appointment. Sorry, I got distracted with one of my assistants here. And book my appointments, right? So you want to talk about it. Most of you guys, you post pictures and you think people are going to say, oh, wow, what a beautiful picture. Let me hire her. People don't think that much about what you post, guys, okay? But if they look at your work and they see what you're doing and they say, wow, okay, beautiful work. And then they see that you're saying, now I have appointments available, or go to my website and book your appointment for your convenience, okay? So learning how to write promos, learning how to use the right words, learning how to use the right tools, the right pictures, makes people buy. I don't care if you have 1,000 followers or 100,000 followers. I see people with 100,000 followers, they're not making much money. I see people with 500,000 followers, and they're just making money because someone is sending them $1. And when I say $1, I mean whatever paycheck they get. They're sending them money, right? A check. But what if these people will take that business very seriously? And what if they will reach out to companies and promote themselves and create collaborations with other companies, with other influencers, right? So if you have $1,000 or $500,000, I don't care. If you're not maximizing your followers, you're not making the money that you deserve, the money that you want, the money that will give you the freedom that you want to make the money, to have whatever you want, to travel, to have fun, to create the life of your dreams, right? And so we want to make sure that we learn that. Do you know that if you Google online keywords that sell, you will have a list of people, okay, that will tell you, okay, you will have a list of, sorry, I'm getting distracted. All my students are walking in. You will have a list of keywords to use when you're writing a promo, a sale, or you want people to take action on whatever promo you have. So Google that, guys. There's so much in the internet. Go for it, Connie. What is Connie saying? Oh my God, you make me keep going. Try to be something big as makeup artist. Good job. Go for it. I'm telling you guys, everything starts with a dream. I was just listening to a book yesterday about that burning desire, wanting to do something. That's your fuel. That's your passion. That's what drives you to be who you are. I'm going to do a video on that, by the way, because I got so excited, you know, and I really want to talk to you guys about tapping into your passion and use that as a fuel to create whatever you want in life, you know, whether you want to be famous or make money, be the president of the United States, it doesn't matter. I want you guys to dream big. I want you guys to tap into that power and create so much for yourself. So anyway, other ways that we can do, so social media, guys, by the way, I can talk to you guys all night about social media, but other stuff that I want to talk to you guys about too is also strategize. Where can you find your clients? Where can you go and promote? How about church? We're makeup artists, hairstylists. How come we're not creating one of those little posters where you cut the bottoms with your phone number and people just rip the phone number, kind of like when you're looking for a roommate in college? Why don't you put that on the bulletin board at your church, at a coffee shop? Why don't you partner with a hairstylist if you're a makeup artist, or with a makeup artist if you're a hairstylist? Cross promote each other and then give each other clients, right? So there's so much that you can do. Also, some of the things that I do sometimes, like sometimes I'll work with TV shows or other companies where I send them interns. They give me opportunities for my girls, and then they give me free advertisement on their website, on their catalog. For those that you guys know, I work for Estrella TV. I am always sending people for the Premios La Radio, and also for for Halloween. And so they always give me a free commercial, you know, just because I'm sending them interns. And so can you get creative? Can you find different ways to cross promote yourself? But here's the thing, as broke as I was when I started this business, and even though I didn't have money, I make the effort to save some money. And I remember I was really broke, guys, and some of you guys know, practically homeless, right? And I was able to save $1,000 to put my first sign on my window in Temple City. It was $1,000. I didn't even ask for permission, right, from the building or the city, so I got in a lot of trouble. So within a few weeks, they're calling me saying, you need to bring that sign down. You never asked for permission. You never got the right permits. And they're like, you have 60 days to bring this down. And I was so upset for a day, but then I realized, well, it could be like a billboard. You pay for a billboard, you know, $8,000, $10,000, $12,000, and within a month or 3 months, you actually have to bring the billboard down if you don't have more money to pay, or if you don't want to pay for it, right? And so anyway, I was like, wait a minute. So I spent $1,000, and remember, I saved every dollar because I didn't have money for anything. That was my first billboard ever, right? Billboard. It was a window sign, one of those screens that you put on the window. And I was like, oh my God. And so I was kind of upset. But then the next day I woke up and I was like, well, I just paid $1,000 for a 60-day billboard. Within a couple of days, guys, my phones were ringing like crazy. I'm talking about people will walk in and just give me the money, register right on the spot. People were so excited. And so it's good to be creative with your marketing. It's good to have some money for marketing. But if you don't, make sure that you do save some money for something that can make a big difference. Because a lot of the times we don't advertise because we don't have money. We don't have money because we don't advertise. And so we go back and forth with that, right? And so, but again, I make that sacrifice of investing $1,000 on that, and I was able to, the first 60 days, to make money with that. And that's one of the things that I did that helped my business get started, you know, and making money. But again, guys, network with people, figure out what you want to do with them, cross promote each other. Ask a website, hey, if I do your makeup or if I work with you, would you put me on your website? On every post, on everything you do, every day, you should be posting your website so people can book you. Do a lot of before and afters. And here's a trick. Talk about fake it until you make it. One of the things that I started doing back then, and I was teaching that to my students too, is I will always bring a new friend or relative or neighbor or anybody that wanted to get their makeup done for free. I will have them wear a white shirt, and I bought a veil with a little tiara. So every time I did the makeup for free, I would take a before picture, then I will do their makeup really pretty. I will give them a little studs to wear and a little pendant or something, or they will have it. And then I will put their tiara and the veil, and I will take pictures, and I will do before and after. People thought I was an expert. People thought I was an expert in brides. And no one needed to know that those girls were not brides. They looked beautiful at brides. So they were my models, okay? And they were modeling that they were brides for the day. And so I was able to promote and get clients and get paid for that. So if you can't get the brides because you don't do brides because no one is calling you, then create your own brides. Do your own thing. Get a veil, a little tiara, put them on a white shirt, and then every day post a new bride on your page. I'm telling you, when people see the work and they see you doing it over and over, they will see you as an expert. They will never question you whether it's a model or a real bride. And again, and you post every day. You post your website, and you'll see the more brides you post with your website, the more clients you're gonna start getting. Okay, I'm gonna and then make sure that you price yourself right. And if you are afraid of talking to people about prices, because remember I told you most of you guys, 98% of the people don't want to sell, don't know how to sell, don't like to sell, create a price menu. of how much you charge for everything, email it to them, and then call them and say which package would you like. That usually helps a lot when you don't know how to sell. But do that, okay? Don't forget that, guys. Do before and after, and then also do brides. Create your own brides. Borrow your mom, your niece, your not your nephew, but you know, your cousin, your neighbor, your best friend, people at school, people at work, you know, just make sure you tell them, I'll do your makeup for free, but wear a white shirt and I'm going to put you on a veil and a tiara. I'm telling you, pretty soon you'll be an expert on weddings. And weddings is one of the industries where you can make the most money. It's a good industry, and you can make anything from a couple $100 all the way to $5, $6, $7, $10,000, depending if you're doing a wedding on location, depending on what you're doing, the demographics. But you can make a lot of money. Elizabeth says, very good tips. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Remember, even if you're posting a picture that says, it's my birthday, you still put your website. Every time you have a conversation on your social media, you better put your website everywhere. Get very creative and fake it until you make it. Trust me, you will not be the first one pretending you're working on a bride when you're not. It's your cousin, it's your neighbor, it's your friend, okay? But the more you do it, and with every picture you put your website, the more you're gonna get booked. Learn how to write promos, learn to understand what's attractive to your clients, and then Google words that sell. Literally, words that sell. And you'll get a list of words that can make your post be more attractive and make people take action on what you're asking them to do, okay? So don't forget to do that. And just, you know, again, consistency on everything. Oh, and by the way, guys, another thing that I see with a lot of the artists is that you guys don't respond emails. Don't respond to emails fast enough. You guys don't respond to text fast enough, and you guys don't you guys are afraid. And so for me, I have a rule. Within 24 hours you need to answer your phone, reply back to a text, and reply back to an email. Here's my homework for you guys, okay? Because I have to go. I have a class that I'm teaching. Here's my homework for you guys. One of the things that I was doing with some of my students a few years ago is I used to tell them, and I learned this from Mary Kay, do 30 days and 30 faces. And that means 30 free faces. Every day you find a new face to do. It's going to give you practice. It's going to give you experience. It's going to make you better on your skills. It's going to give you before and after pictures. It's going to give you before and after bridal pictures. And it's going to give you 30 days of hardcore training. Think about a boot camp on how to become good at what you do. So do that. Take the challenge. 30 days. 30 faces. Post them here. I want to see what you're doing, and let me know how that works. I did it many years ago when I signed up for Mary Kay, one of my favorite companies and one of my favorite products. And let me tell you, they have people in Mary Kay do the 30 days and 30 faces because every time they do a free face, they're able to connect with a new person. They're able to sell some product. They're able to get people to like their services, and they recommend them to other people. And at the end of 30 days, these people are actually making money. So if you guys don't do this, don't complain later on how you don't have money, how you don't have clients, because I'm telling you one thing that I have learned in this industry, that if you're consistent with what you do and you do it often enough, it just happens where people start paying you. What a great idea. Thank you, Rocio. I'm telling you guys, promise me that you're going to do it. If you don't get some clients, money, referrals, and feel the difference in your business, come back to me, and I swear I will apologize publicly here on this page. But if not, you better come and tell me how good you're doing after those 30 faces and 30 days. It does make a difference. And learn to Google everything. You don't know how to paint? Google how to paint. You don't know color theory? Google color theory. You don't know how to sell? Google that. But if not, guys, don't forget, I'm always giving you guys tips here on Facebook on how to market yourself, how to create a brand, how to promote yourself, how to sell, okay? And for those that are interested, guys, before I leave, I have my 3-day event, the Beauty Business Summit. We had the first one in LA, in Las Vegas, not this year, last year actually, and then the new one is going to be here in Dallas. So for those that are interested, guys, this is an amazing 3-day event where you guys are going to spend all day with me from 9 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m. and we are going to break down the secrets of having a successful business, from the marketing, the branding, creating that image that people likes, that wants from you, making the money, learning how to sell. Even if you're not a good salesperson, guys, you need to know how to sell, because that's where the money is. I'm telling you guys are going to have so much fun with this event. I also have a bunch of guest speakers that are going to be in this event, and you guys are going to be, when you guys finish this event with me, the 3-day event, you guys are going to go home on fire, and it's going to change your life forever. So for those that are interested in that program, remember the name of the business, Beauty Business Summit, and it's where I'm teaching all my systems and everything that I have done in my business to go from $70,000 a year to making $4 million a year. And as you guys know now, this year I went into investing into new companies, and I have a couple of new companies, and I'm able to do this every day from anywhere in the world, wherever I'm at. I'm able to do a lot of this, you know, and this is what I'm going to be teaching you guys. I'm going to teach you how to make money. I'm going to teach you how to grow your business, and I'm going to teach you how to create freedom in your life. So if you guys are interested, go to www.beautybusinesssummit.net, and I'll put it on the comments and also on the title of this video. Good luck, everybody. Please leave any questions here. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, share it, and again, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.